Having that shit.
Excelsior, everybody, and welcome to the 3rd edition of the Marvel Vlog, or we could say four guys and comic books. I guess you can say. Some of us are on the run. Actually, we're just on the run from Thanos' snap.
From the police. Those girls said they were 18.
Oh my god.
Whatever Adam just said, no. We're just running away from Thanos' snap because we don't know what's going on here. Only a few people that we might know have survived are our awesome co-hosts. Not Joe.
Oh, wait, look like Joe. It's Steve.
It's Steve. That also survived. Adam, who...
This issue sponsored by Dramamine.
Okay, that means he's still alive. And then there's good old
Edward.
Our newest person to the vlog. Our special guest here is Jake Boyd.
Edward Johnson.
Welcome to the Somewhat Show.
Yeah.
If it could happen to see who's all viewing, they might be vanished into the snap and all that stuff.
I'm gonna die in the snap.
Are you?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. You might be not feeling too good.
Ant-Man and the Wasp spoilers.
Yep, we're not doing that right now, but we will be talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Thanks, Pim, Janet, and Hope they all vanish in this.
Alright, so we're gonna first talk about the Avengers Infinity War. It was fantastic, besides the snap, because everyone just straight up just died, which was shocker, shock. It did become the number one for 3 weeks in a row until Deadpool freaking just destroyed us. But Deadpool will be soon to be in the MCU eventually. Maybe we'll really see on that. So that's the first cool little segment, I guess you can say, about Avengers Infinity War. As we're still on the boat here, hiding away from the snap. Let's see if our other co-host Joe is still alive. We kind of left him.
He fell behind.
He fell behind. But we'll see if he's still alive by the time we get back. So I'm gonna get it back to Steve. Steve, what do you think about the Avengers Infinity War?
It was interesting. I think it would have been a crazier experience if they hadn't gotten rid of the new characters instead of, they got rid of Tony, Captain America, even Scarlet Witch. I think that would have been a better way to go about it instead of killing off Black Panther, the Guardians,
in the eyes of an angel.
It's just we know they're coming back. We know they're coming back. They can be coy about it as much as they want, but we know they're coming back. But with these other characters that we know their contracts are, the actors' contracts are up, it would have been more like are they coming back? Like, we don't know. Yeah, they may have been spotted on set, but is that just like a flashback or anything like that? I think it just would have been a better way to go about it.
Interesting. Adam, what's your take on that? On the Avengers Infinity War?
Avengers Infinity War were the motion picture released by Marvel Studios in May 2018.
That's what you're gonna say?
That's my take on the film.
Wait, I thought it came out in April.
Did it?
Yeah, I got moved to April 1st.
April 27th.
Then my take was wrong, so I'm done with it.
Okay, our special guest, Jake. What do you feel? What do you like
Edward
about?
Cullen, was it?
Edward Johnson.
What's your take about it? About Avengers?
It was good.
Just good. You guys need to at least give some more depth and stuff. Said it was good.
Yeah, like me.
Let's see, my favorite. What's my favorite character?
What's your favorite part?
I like Doctor Strange.
Thor was fun.
Thor was
He
my.
got a new axe.
Thor was probably my favorite. Had a
Groot
favorite
lost an arm.
moment in that scene when he
And then grew back.
where he came out with the axe. That was cool.
With the Stormbreaker.
Yep.
Speaking of Stormbreaker, Adam was dressed up as Thor, on opening night.
This is factual.
I mean,
I had the eye patch because it made it seem like that would be a big issue in the film. But then Thor wore the eye patch for like 2 minutes, so they definitely bamboozled us.
Until Rocket gave him the
Popped it out of his
Popped out, yeah. Yeah.
If you're watching this, you are going to be throwing up. So as I said, barf bag's ready.
Oh, there's one survivor. It's on a jet ski right now. Yep.
That's
Two people. Excuse me.
There's another
Sorry.
over there.
There's
People are slow as hell.
This episode sponsored by Counting for Kids.
What's that one nausea business?
well, when we come back, we will discuss Ant-Man and the Wasp, what everyone's expectation was, and then Adam and I will be talking about what we think about the film, since we already saw it. So, so stick around. Hopefully, Joe is still around by this time. All right, so we're back on our very journey of running away from Thanos' snap. Adam is still with me here.
Somehow.
And somehow, Joe has survived the snap.
Yay.
So, so now we're going to be talking about the Ant-Man and the Wasp. Joe, I know you haven't seen the film yet.
I have not.
So, can you elaborate like what your expectation is going into this movie?
Well, I mean, it's the last film supposedly to take place before Avengers. So, I mean, obviously I don't think there's going to be too much going on during it because, you know, all the big stuff hasn't happened yet. But I feel like we're going to learn more about Ant-Man's backstory and, you know, the doctor that created the suit and everything. We're going to learn more of that. We're probably going to learn more about the quantum realm, I think, which is probably going to eventually tie into Avengers 4. I mean, so honestly, this movie and Captain Marvel, which comes out next year, are obviously going to lead right into Avengers 4, in my opinion.
Alright, so this movie did come out July 6th, so 4th of July weekend, or week, I guess you can say. And Adam and I actually saw the film opening night, so that Thursday night. Adam, can you tell the viewers how good the movie was, but with no spoilers though. This is no spoiler-free zone here. So, because I know Joe will probably strangle you, maybe if you spoil the movie for him, because he's looking forward to the movie. So, what do you think about the film?
It was a lot of fun. I don't know that I could spoil it for Joe, simply because one, he doesn't know who some of the characters are. So a lot of good moments are related to new characters. So that's good. It's a good movie, good villains, a lot of plot threads that interact and tie very nicely. A very good script. The script is on point. There's a lot going on, but it still feels like a small, intimate movie. Everything works out well. Quite funny. It's a good movie.
Nice. I thought the same thing too. It was brilliant, epic, and the end was the biggest mind-blowing I ever saw. I would say on that one. Also, there are 2 post-credit scenes that we will not be discussing. But I'll give you one hint. The one in the post-credit scene is in the trailer. So that's pretty much all I'm going to say. Joe looks pissed right now.
It's all good.
But, yeah, it was a pretty good film, as we're trying to eye on Joe and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, really enjoyed it. So
I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm probably going to see it this week, so I'll be able to elaborate more on my opinion once I see it, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Anyway,
okay, so since Ant-Man and the Wasp was the last Marvel film of 2018, we turned our attentions to 2019 films. Pretty much, for right now, 2019, excuse me. What do you guys most describe 2019 going into the Marvel films? Like, describe it in a few words of what we're going to expect to see, or your expectations to see what 2019 brings to the table for us.
I expect at least 2 Marvel films, Captain Marvel and Avengers 4. That's my expectation for.
Well, no shit, but like, do you expect like 2018 to be like? Okay, I will explain what I'm trying to say because you guys don't.
Why don't you go first? Cause you give us an example.
Okay, so 2019 will be the most huge and epic and just crazy year for Marvel films. not only that we get like you said, Adam, Miss Marvel coming up in March. Captain Marvel. Yes, Captain Marvel. Excuse me. I always say Miss Marvel because I don't know why, but I do. But so coming up in March, so we're almost 7 months away from that release date, and also Avengers 4, which is a combination of all 21 movies in this epic saga. So that's why I said it's going to be huge, epic, and just crazy because of these films are going to be just leaning into these films.
I have to agree with Alex. Next year is going to be the big crescendo of all this big long adventure. It started back in 2008. It's honestly, that's what it is. I mean, everyone thought. A lot of people thought that this year was going to be the big crescendo, and it was part 1, part 2. It's almost like Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows. Everyone was like, everyone was caught off guard by the cliffhanger at the very end, and we were all caught off by this cliffhanger at the end of the last Avengers because you had that heart-wrenching moment between Iron Man and Spider-Man, and everyone wants to find out who's gonna survive, what's gonna happen. Is Thanos gonna die? Are the Infinity Stones still there? Are they have to craft a new Infinity Gauntlet? There's so many questions that need to be answered at the end of the last Avengers that everyone, the audience is just dying to know. I'm dying to know. If you look on YouTube, there's countless videos on theories of what's going to happen in the next movie. So the amount of speculation around the movie is going to be gigantic next year. Honestly, this movie's probably going to it's going to probably crush all the previous movies' records, in my opinion.
And Adam, you want to elaborate on what you want to say for 2019?
I predict in 2019 there will be at least 2 Marvel motion pictures.
Okay, you already said this. Are you on repeat? Are you going to put the repeat button on you?
I'm just giving my opinion. I predict Captain Marvel will be a motion picture released by Marvel Studios. And I predict Avengers 4 will be a continuation of the story of Avengers Infinity Wars.
Well, yeah, so... Okay, so now that kind of leads into Miss Marvel here for the first...
Captain Marvel.
God damn it, I always say Miss Marvel. Sorry, Captain Marvel.
We'll make you a cue card that says Captain.
Yes. Someone cue me up Captain Marvel from now on, because when I say Captain Marvel, it always goes with Miss Marvel.
I am really excited for Captain Marvel, simply because I love the insanity of Billy Batson and his crew. I think they're great. I'm really excited to dress up for it and wear the little half cape.
What are you talking about?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah? You're going to dress up as Brie Larson?
No, as Billy Batson.
Oh, yeah?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah, Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Shazam.
Shazam, indeed.
Okay, well, as we're talking about Miss Marvel, that release date is in March 8th. So we're about 7... Okay, Captain Marvel.
We're having fun here.
No.
Keep this in.
Man behind
Our producer is really just... Our second producer, Jake, just throws shit at me because I said Captain Marvel instead of Miss Marvel.
We're gonna get demonetized.
Fuck.
I know. Okay. Captain Marvel release date is March 8th. So...
Oh, that's the day after March 7th.
I know, right? It's a Friday night.
Presumably before March 9th.
Well, yeah. Okay, you gotta be smart about it now?
I don't. I'm stating facts.
Okay, so...
You knew the risk when you brought me on the show.
Yes, and we love you for that, Adam.
Honestly, Captain Marvel is going to be interesting. I don't know how well it's going to do because, a lot of people don't know who Captain Marvel is.
Well, it is based in the 90s, so
it's
it's way before Iron Man.
Right. It's a lot of the audience, at least mainstream audience, doesn't know who she is. And honestly, I think that's going to really impact its box office sales because... that is coming right before the Avengers movie. People are we've already talked about this in previous episodes, but people are getting exhausted with the amount of superhero movies coming out. And honestly, it's just like, I just don't. Something tells me Captain Marvel's not gonna do as well as his previous predecessors because, like I said, just not everybody knows who she is.
Well,
No one knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were either.
I think it'll do better than Ant-Man.
Well, I mean, no one really. I mean, it's based in the '90s, so it pretty much is stating that it's going to be way before the Avengers even came assembled, and top of that, Captain Marvel, pretty much is a accumulation of leading to the events of Avengers 4.
Which would be interesting how they're gonna tie that in because the
And then there's
90s.
Steve. Yeah. So the real question is, when are we going to get the very first trailer? I know they just wrapped up filming July 4th, or not July 4th, July 6th. So on their special release
The
date.
trailer released yesterday.
No,
Did you not see it?
No, it didn't release yesterday.
Yeah, it did.
Nuh-uh.
I watched it.
No,
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah. No.
I never really noticed that it was up yet.
Oh, I'm
But-
kidding. I'm kidding.
I was gonna say because Kevin Feige told us that it won't be up till towards the end of the year, so probably like maybe November or something like that, maybe December. That will be seeing Captain Marvel's first trailer. So
Correct.
so then now we're gonna talk about the biggest event.
Back to me.
I'm sorry, I'm just rubbing your head. So now we're getting to our next event.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Our producer is
Is dead.
Yeah, he just got snapped into oblivion. So.
I don't feel so good.
Oh no!
Edit me out.
So Avengers 4 is coming out a couple months after Captain Marvel.
Yep.
So the real question is, what's the real title of this movie going to be called? Would it be called Final Hour? Would it be Fallen Heroes? Would it be called Disassemble? Or would it be called The End Game?
I heard the big theory is Endgame because of Doctor Strange.
Well, here's the thing. They had the cinematographer tweeted on the IMBD page that is going to be whatever you want to call it.
ICBM.
Page saying that Avengers 4 is called The End Game, but no one really knows what it is. As of now, everyone that's behind closed doors. People from Marvel said that the first two letters are F and H.
So probably not Endgame.
So
How did they just give away the first two letters? That's just
Final act.
Final act. That could be true.
F and H.
I thought it said A.
F and H.
Final hour.
My Hooked on Phonics has taught me that hacked is actually a
Avengers
different word.
4.
Finally
Here it
hacked.
is.
But
it's released early.
Fuck
Kevin
yes.
Feige will also reveal that title once
Probably at San Diego Comic-Con.
that, or it'll be when the Captain Marvel trailer would come out, because there were speculation of it coming out to release the title of it for Ant-Man and the Wasp, but they decided not to.
I think it's going to be Feige here, and it's going to be just Kevin Feige sitting in a chair talking about comic books and superheroes. Nothing else. The lowest budget Avengers ever.
I know he's probably just be like, well, ladies and gentlemen, you waited 10 years for this.
And now it's canceled. Get out.
Now we're going out of business now. So here you guys go. I'll give you the comics of this.
We're now a documentary studio.
That would be pretty funny. Interesting to see.
Can we also say, like...
We're now Minecraft YouTubers.
Can I also add, I hope Stan Lee makes it so he can make a cameo in this final movie.
They've already filmed it.
They already filmed it. I guess they're doing some more reshoots this coming summer. So we will have to see if this big deal between Fox and Disney actually will take place because there's
It did. It got
there's
approved.
well there's rumors speculating that somehow Ant-Man could tie into the X-Men universe.
I doubt it. They won't fully acquire Fox for another 2 years, probably. They won't be able to use those rights for another 2 years, probably.
Well, we do have our lawyer expert, so we'll be talking about a little bit more about the deal coming up here shortly after a final word of Joe.
Well, I was just saying, I mean, I have to agree with Adam kind of because like they're still rolling out their own movies with the Avengers. Like you said, Deadpool 2, and like they can't even Deadpool. They couldn't even really show all of the X-Men in that movie, mainly for money purposes.
Well, they did have a cameo though.
But yeah, they had a cameo. But fact of the matter is like you got another X-Men movie coming out in a year. Next year, I think it's.
I think it comes out soon. I think
it's X-Men. It's not Apocalypse, but
it's the Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix. Yeah. So it comes out like next year, I think actually. So like they're still finishing up their time with it, and once they're done, like Adam said, they're gonna wait a bit before they reboot it again. I mean, they're not
probably gonna recast everybody though.
Probably.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have your people that are like, oh, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. He's my Wolverine, just like, you know.
Well, because
nothing but respect for my Wolverine.
I respect him for being Wolverine, but I mean, he's been Wolverine for how many years now?
2 decades.
2 decades. Whereas Spider-Man had like 4 or 5.
But it's just like recasting Harry Potter. Daniel Radcliffe.
I would pay money to see that.
I would love to see Daniel Craig as Harry Potter. You will die.
Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter. You know, I mean, just like Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, and that's a topic for another day, I guess. But you know.
All right, so now we're gonna talk a little briefly about the Fox and Disney merger. I guess, do you want to say merger or deal?
It's anonymous.
It's okay, we'll say anonymous. So we do have our expert, our law expert, Adam, here.
I am neither of those things.
Yeah, he is. He's in law
I'm neither of those things.
Okay, so Marvel, or no, actually no, Disney, I'll say, excuse me, Disney bought Fox, and Fox approved it for $71.3 billion, including stock and cash.
Not cheap.
No, definitely not cheap. I mean, it beat Comcast.
All right.
So, can you enlighten us on how stuff goes down?
Yeah. Basically, they've agreed to do the deal. They're still going to go over contracts. They got to do due diligence, make sure that you know what exactly are we buying. You know, is this stock, is the price good, et cetera, et cetera. They got to make sure that everyone's on the same page with what the deal's going to be, what Disney gets, what Disney doesn't get. The government has to approve something like this, and you know the government works so fast. And all these apparatuses, you know, the full acquisition is probably going to be at least a year, maybe 2.
Well, at least now we get to see the X-Men and the Fantastic Four will be finally in the universe. Yeah. Which fans are very happy that we're going to be seeing that, because Fox has been really butchered the reboot of the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. Now, the question is, when will we be seeing the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in the MCU universe? Or even if there's any MCU universe left after they show up.
That's right. Thanos is going to kill the other half of the universe with every snap of his fingers. He's going to listen to a really jaunty tune on the radio, and he's going to be like, I like this speech. And then everyone's gone.
So, what you want to say?
That's my prediction.
That's your prediction? Joe, what's your prediction on that one?
On the Fox acquisition?
On the Fox acquisition, and when we're going to see the X-Men and Fantastic Four.
I think it's going to be at least another couple of years. And like I said, you know, the Marvel, the MCU has already been planned out for the next couple of years. So, I mean, honestly, I don't see, we probably won't see the X-Men until, I'm going to say, like, at least 3 years. Because, like I said, they're still finishing up the films they're working on currently, and they're not just gonna go right. They're not gonna waltz right into another reboot. Like, it's just not gonna happen. They're gonna wait a bit, let the let the people, general public, kind of let that fade into the darkness, and then they'll come back with, hey, we're bringing back the X-Men, and then I honestly like I said, this next Avengers is gonna have such large implications. I don't know where Marvel's gonna go after this, honestly, because I guess maybe they could take that into the X-Men. I don't know, like maybe it has such large implications on the world that mutants suddenly come out of the darkness. I don't know, like we'll see.
Interesting.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly, like I said, because for the last 10 years, Thanos has been the ultimate bad guy, and more than likely he will be defeated in this next film. So what's next?
We got the Skrulls that are next.
We don't know.
Secret Invasion.
We don't know. We'll see. Nothing's gonna be as
No
badass.
one knows.
Nothing's gonna be as badass as having Thanos lurking in the darkness. And
I hope there's some pretty ancient Skrulls, so that way we can watch, indeed, one might call them Elder Scrolls, so that way we can watch Thor play Skyrim for 30 hours of Marvel movies.
That would be pretty funny. Alright, so we're going to wrap this up by, I have a special announcement for everybody out there. And yes...
You're giving me $20.
No. I did sign with the Warriors for 5 years. No, I'm kidding. I didn't sign for the Warriors, guys.
yes, we finally get a sponsor?
No. So what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna like to do for everybody here, is I have developed a hashtag. It is hashtag I'm with you to Avengers 4. It's gonna be the same thing as Road to Infinity War. Starting January 1, everyone has to watch one Marvel film a week, leading up to the events of Avengers 4.
Hashtag I'm with you to the end.
So it could be hashtag I'm with you to the final hour, I'm with you to the end game, I'm with you to final all in all, fallen hero. I will keep you guys up to date on that one, but it is also on your screen too as well. So if you guys forget it, it's on your screen, and it also will be edited too. So, and also it'll be on my Snapchat page, Marvel_podcast. So if you want to friend me, we get some updates here and there and that stuff. Well, I'm Alex, and you guys have any final thoughts?
Ant-Man and the Wasp is pretty good. I'm gonna go spoil everything for Joe.
I hope he doesn't.
Tweet at Joe, tell him a Game of Thrones spoilers. He'd love that.
Yeah, he loves Game of Thrones, so spoil everything that he wants. He wants to wish for.
Yeah,
Even his Instagram page, Joe Bama, 2050.
Joe Bama.
Joe Bama.
Oh, Bama.
Was it Joe Balansky, 2050?
I don't know. I'm not giving out my socials.
His social security number is 734-18-2742. It's on your screen right now. Write it down.
We love all of you out there. Keep supporting us.
Could you imagine if I guessed right?
That would be funny. So don't forget to subscribe, like.
Hit that little bell in the corner so you get
Smash
notified.
that MF like button. Mr. Fantastic, because we're excited for the Fox murder.
At least he is. Well, I'm Alex. This is Adam.
And
So
I'm
they
Joe.
say.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Alakazam.
Woo!